Hey, welcome to the Switch Up presented by PlayHouseStudioz and your boy MrHQfilmz. Who we got with us today?
Sure, ZeekRaw, Salem City, Dade County, in the building.
Dade County?
Yeah, Dade County.
Oh,
Yeah,
you from the bottom.
I put that on there, yeah, man. It's only right.
For shit show, you from the bottom. Tell us a little bit about the bottom down there, man. Coming from Dade County. You went to high school down there and everything?
No. Like, I say Salem City first.
Salem City.
That's Jersey, but that's up top. Let's start there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like, my stomping grounds as far as like, family, school and friends and things like that. Then, as you get older, you kind of lead a nest to create your own nest.
For sure.
And that's where Dade County come involved, especially, you spend 10 years in a place, you work there, you know what I'm saying? You done met people, you know what I'm saying? Kind of created like your own little new life, you know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
I kind of combine both to know where I'm coming from, or know where I came from, and know where I'm going to.
For sure. Understood. What's the name of the song you brought to us today?
It's called Trust the Process.
Okay. What made you create that?
I kind of was trusting the process, you know what I'm saying? Like at the time, like I don't really write when I create, you know what I mean? I kind of like
You just freestyle.
Nah, a lot of people say that, and then when they say that, my response to it is spiritual. You dig what I'm saying? Because like, a lot of times in life, you gotta go through things for you to trust the process, and you kind of bump your head if you don't trust the process. So it's like as you get older and you mature, you start to see like, you know what? I'm just gonna trust the process and do it step by step until I get to a point where I've earned each level, so it could never collapse. And that's my whole thing. I want to create like an empire, through my music and other, endeavors.
For sure. How long you been rapping?
I would say since like really 2017. Like before that, it was just like a lot of like, back and forth with the homies. And then it got to a point where it's like, all right, you know what? Let me see what this is, because at the end of the day, I feel like, music for me is like a foundation. Yeah, man. It's a platform, you know what I mean? And it's a voice, and you can reach a lot of people, around the world, you know what I'm saying, if you got good music. So my whole thing was I wanted to attack, music first and really like get my music out there so people could hear what I got to offer.
For sure. So what influenced you to start rapping? Do you have a favorite rapper that influenced you to start rapping, like to even consider it?
I feel like I follow like the business model of like Jay-Z, right? And then 50 Cent, and then it's like Birdman, and then it's a couple other contestants, but I just look at how they didn't stop with just music. You know what I'm saying? They use music, like I said, as like a platform, as the foundation, and then they made other endeavors in different areas as far as, what I'm saying, whether it be fashion, whether it be, a whole label to give other artists opportunities. And that's kind of where I want to go with it. I want to be more like on the mogul, on the philanthropist, as well as the entrepreneur side of things, you know what I'm saying? So in the process of that, I'm trusting it with the music first.
So you say you from Jersey?
Yeah. I'm from South Jersey. I
Jersey.
rock with the whole Jersey, you know what I'm saying, as a whole, like, you know what I mean, the Garden State, you know what I mean? That's just like a guy saying you from Atlanta, but you rocking with Georgia, but
You
Jersey,
was born in Jersey?
of course. My birth certificate, I'm guilty of it, you dig?
Okay.
I take pride in that because I feel like that's right next to Philadelphia. So a lot of guys, it's a lot of talent coming from Philly, so like, or New York, you know what I'm saying? So, my whole thing is like, all right, if I started up there, like I said, I left the nest to create it, coming to Miami, you know what I'm saying, to really branch out and jump off the porch and really like turn nothing into something. That was the whole thing with this, you know what I mean? I felt like, if I can do that, then I can do a lot of other things. Like, I'm interested in film, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it be, an actor or eventually later on down the line as a director. Because even when like I get my music videos shot, I'm performing in the actual, scene that's being shot, but I'm also like, wanting to know like, okay, let me see how the shot look, or matter of fact, let's change this angle, or maybe I should have did this a little better. So it's really me being a student to the game. Long story short.
Okay. Okay. Have you acted in anything?
You know, I'm
Because
not
there's a
gonna
lot of
say.
that going on in Atlanta right now. That's why I'm asking.
Like I said, I'm kind of new to Atlanta, so it's like I'm taking my time, one step at a time, and I'm trusting the process. So I'm pretty sure
For
that
sure. Did we ask you how long you been here in Atlanta?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
It's been a
Cause
good experience for you?
I want to say this. I want to say Atlanta is it's its own place. Like there's nowhere in the world like this place.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
like you can't compare it to nothing. There is nothing to compare it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's why a lot of people flock and migrate to this great city and state of Atlanta, Georgia. You dig? Because I'm in Miami. I'm where the jet skis, the yachts, the bad Cubans. You dig? The different foreign German joints and Asian joints, and just flavors and all that running around South Beach. And then for me to look the other way to say, oh, what's that over there in the A? You know what I'm saying? It must be exciting to go find out what that is. And when you come over and
It's a different experience.
It's a different experience for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody about their money. Everybody's about their money. From the lowest guy on the totem pole to the guy in the middle to the boss. You know what I mean? I know everybody want to be a boss, but you got to play your position first in order to make it to that level. Because if you try to get to that level, and let's say you do, and you didn't earn that spot, you will fall.
Facts.
So, in regards to ZeekRaw, I feel like, I'm working real hard to, establish myself as not just saying I'm a boss, but really like becoming that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't afraid to say, I'm still in motion to this day. But for me to be here, in a position I'm in currently, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm going far. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time.
Hey, but let's go back to Jersey though.
Yeah.
Cause I'm that's where I started at before you went to where you just took us to.
Yeah.
So I was like at Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Cause I done heard a lot about Jersey growing up, especially, stealing cars and all that type shit growing up. You feel me? So like, what was your experience like living in Jersey?
Me personally,
You one of them young boys stealing cars?
like I ain't gonna lie, like we gonna give them the truth on the switch up right here. Check it out. Like I can't make this shit up. I cannot. I was destined to be, in today's society, they call it a career criminal, based off the position I was in as a child and the things I was going through as a child and at that age. And I'm gonna start it off like, so my dad was incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? He was in the Marines before that, but he ended up coming home and he ended up selling drugs, big time drug dealer, not the little regular drug dealer on the corner, nicks and dime. That's not. He was. I ain't saying he was Big Meech, but what I'm saying is at that time in the early or late '80s, '90s, he was doing his thing. So the result of that was he ended up getting incarcerated, which left like me being the oldest, you know what I'm saying, taking care of my little brother and sister. My mother at work, working 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying, to provide or whatever the case may be. And, I kind of had to like basically, go from a boy to a man, you know what I'm saying? And, it was times where, I had to figure out if I'm going to go left or right, whether I'm going to live the street life or try to just live my life right. And I felt like, watching my pop and then seeing my cousins, my cousin Mike, he ended up catching attempt murder. He was in the shootout and all that. You know what I mean? He doing 10 years. He home now. You know what I'm saying? He survived it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing that, around me, it was like, I wanted better. You know what I mean? So it's like, do I continue the legacy of destruction? Right? You know what I mean? Because like, it get to a point where as a man you gotta make a decision, you know? Like, is that important? What's really important is your family. What's really important is making sure your bank account is healthy, you healthy, everybody around you is successful, you indulge in helping others even though you don't have to. You know, you just in a good space. And I had to make that decision at a young age, like I said, on top of, you know, watching my little sister and brother while my mom, you know what I'm saying, you know, getting the money right for the bills and all that. So I had to, you know, move to Miami because I felt like if I stayed in, pretty much the tri-state, because at this point now I'm Philly, Jersey, you know what I'm saying, you know, just all the surrounding counties, and, you know, moving around with different guys that's in the street, and I seen like the path where I was going. So one day I ended up getting, you know, incarcerated, and you know, it was like a little situation where it was something petty at the time, but it just showed me like, damn, the guy that was my cellmate, you know, he was doing life, you know what I'm saying? And he was from New York, he was from out of state and shit.
Huh?
So
How you end up with somebody doing life and you got a petty charge? How that happen?
so boom, the jail I was at is called Gander Hill. It's in Delaware, in the state of Delaware. So I'm in there, you feel me? Like basically like this like my first time ever being incarcerated. So
But
I'm
hold on, my bad. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's take that back. How long ago was this?
this like 10 years ago. Maybe more than that. This like I was like 18, 19. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because life used to be like 16 years, I think. But carry on. Finish your story.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So long story short, he was from out of state, you know what I'm saying? But he just happened to be in my state at the time, which is Delaware. You feel me? So I ain't really getting, you know, too deep in his business, like what he was doing there. He just told me at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, we in the cell together. So when I ended up talking to him, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, he ended up being just a good dude. He just was in the wrong situation at the wrong time. And somebody ended up getting killed and he was there, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up charging him with the situation. You know what I'm saying? So you know, basically I ended up getting out because, like I said, I was in there for something petty, but that was just basically like a reality check for me. Like, damn, like this nigga asked me to like read his letters and shit like that. He like 40, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't know how to read, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
so it was just little petty shit like that. And then him, you know, him telling me like, yo, I got a son your age, like, you know, me just soaking up the game. Like, damn, this nigga's on the street trying to be gangster. But this nigga doing like hella time and he telling me this ain't the wave. So it's like, who do I listen to? The nigga that's doing hella time or these niggas on the street, you know, claiming that they the top killers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, you know, it was one of them things where it was like, you know what? I'm just gonna move away and start a new life, you feel me? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, find a lady, you know, settle down, get some kids. So long story short, I ended up meeting this chick that lived in Miami. She worked at KOD at the time. You know what I'm saying? We chatting online and shit. So that I'm thinking like, damn, this is like my perfect opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And obviously I was working at the airport at the time in Philadelphia. I told you I was already in the tri-state in the different counties. You know, I was in, you know, I worked at the airport in Philadelphia. I was a ramp agent. So they give you like benefits and shit. You could fly and all that type shit. So I used those benefits to fly to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, I was talking to Shorty online, but now I want to see you, you know, in real life.
Yeah.
And she talking about she work at KOD. So I'm like, oh shit, let's get it. So I fly down that motherfucker. So boom, first time I fly down there, she picked me up at Miami International Airport in the white Lex. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, the fuck? I'm thinking this shit like a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then she rolled down the window. I'm like, damn, this bitch bad too. Mind you, I'm like probably 20. I'm probably like, this probably was like 2-3 years after high school. So I probably was like anywhere between, I'm gonna say 18 to like 20. I don't even think I was 21. I probably was like almost 21. It could be 18 and 21, somewhere in that range. So boom, she take me to her crib. Now she got a condo. I don't know none of this shit. And it's in Little Haiti. If anybody in Miami, they know Little Haiti, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the, you know, it's like the trenches, but they got like condos and shit like that. It's like separate sections for like Little Haiti. Like you got the nice part, you got the, you know, the gutter, the trenches. But she had a nice little condo. So we go up in there. It's her son, and her mom. You feel me? So, but you know, they got
They all live
room.
together.
Yeah, they got their own room and all that. But long story short, I'm sitting there and like she ended up being like my little lady for a minute. You know what I'm saying? For like a year and a half.
So that's how you ended up in Dade.
You feel what I'm saying? That was my
Gotcha.
first initial like bridge to get to Dade. You know what I'm saying? To even do anything in Dade. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So boom, I get to a point where we together at this point. We fucking we doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So she like, yeah, you're not like a visitor no more. You damn near a resident. You had to pay some bills. So
you was staying down there too long. I'm
flying back and forth at this point. It's Philadelphia, it's MIA. I ain't even touched the A. I probably touched the A one time and not even knowing it because I think I did end up on Old National. But at the time, I didn't know where I was at. And I think I was like in and out. It wasn't like I had time to indulge in the A. But it was basically Philadelphia, Miami. Philadelphia, Miami. But so what else you asked me? I'm sorry. What else you asked me?
Nah, I was saying like you moved in with her.
Oh, so yeah, that's where I was at. So boom, I did move in with her. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah.
Now listen.
For her to say you gotta pay bills now.
Listen, this is one of the best, worst experiences ever. Right? This shit happened years ago, so I ain't scared to talk about it on camera. You feel me?
Nah, let's not do that. We're gonna leave that for the next time you pull up though. But check this. Tell the folks where they can find you at.
They can find me on Instagram, ZeekRaw 305 or _305. And then I don't really be on Facebook or nothing like that. Just
IG.
Yeah, just IG.
Okay. Your YouTube?
Yeah, it's pretty much just like ZeekRaw, and you'll see it pop right up.
ZeekRaw 305?
Nah, just ZeekRaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Yeah.
All right.
But Instagram is where they can, get right at me. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
You hit that gram, you're gonna get with me.
All right, man. We appreciate you for coming to the Switch Up, man.
For sure.
Hey, the next time you come, we're gonna get back to that story too.
Yeah. That shit, right. You know what I mean? Like that shit was crazy.
All right, for sure.
For sure.
We out of here.